Tonight's story is one of the most chilling unsolved murders in Texas. On October 18, 2016, the quiet town of Midlothian woke up to a tragedy that would shock the entire country. Before sunrise that morning, 45-year-old fitness instructor Terry Lynn Missy Bevers walked into the Creekside Church of Christ preparing for her early morning bootcamp class. She would never walk back out. Missy was born October 9, 1970, a mother of three, a daughter, a wife, a friend, and a well-known camp gladiator instructor loved by her community. She was the kind of woman who lifted people up physically and emotionally. That makes what happened next even harder to understand. Surveillance shows she entered the building at 4:18 a.m. to begin setting up. But somewhere inside that dark, empty church, she crossed paths with someone who was already there. There was a storm earlier that morning before Missy arrived. Her students arrived shortly after 5 a.m., and instead of finding their instructor ready to greet them, they found chaos. Missy had been brutally attacked, but she was pronounced dead shortly after police arrived. That is the part of the case that made national headlines. While the outdoor cameras weren't working that day, the inside cameras were. Around 4 a.m., roughly 20 minutes before Missy arrived, an unknown individual was captured walking slowly through the church halls. This person wore full police-style tactical gear, helmet, gloves, vest labeled police, and carried what appeared to be a hammer. They moved intentionally, opening doors, breaking glass, checking rooms, like they were searching for something or someone. Police believe this is Missy's killer. The footage of Missy herself inside the church has never been released. One detail has fascinated investigators for years. The suspect's walk. It's slow, heavy, unsteady, almost like the person is favoring one leg or is weighted down by the gear. At first, detectives thought the suspect was male. Later, they said the gait appeared feminine. Eventually, the FBI brought in forensic, who concluded no gender can be determined from the video. The gear simply changes how a person moves, meaning the suspect could be anyone. Police initially explored burglary, but nothing was taken. In Missy's purse, not electronics, nothing inside the church, so investigators leaned more towards another theory. Missy may have been targeted. A search warrant later revealed Missy had received creepy and strange messages from an unknown male on LinkedIn. Investigators interviewed a man she exchanged messages with, but he claimed the conversations were harmless and flirtatious. Police also believe the suspect may have used a smartphone to monitor Missy's schedule or possibly even record the crime. Missy's husband, Brandon, was out of state on a fishing trip. Her father-in-law, Randy, was traveling in California. Both were cleared. However, attention briefly turned towards Randy after he dropped off a blood-stained shirt at a dry cleaner. He said the blood came from two dogs fighting. Testing confirmed the stains were dog blood only. He was cleared as well. Another major mystery? A silver Nissan Altima, model years 2010 to 2012, seen around 2 a.m., circling a nearby business. The driver circled the lot, flashed headlights, parked in a secluded spot, then drove off towards the highway. Police have never identified that driver and have never publicly confirmed whether the vehicle is connected to Missy's murder. The reward, which started at $10,000, eventually grew to $150,000, and to this day, new tips still come in. A podcast called True Crime Broads continued to keep Missy's story alive, even maintaining a billboard in her honor. But despite hundreds of interviews, surveillance footage, search warrants, and national attention, Missy Bevers' murder remains unsolved. Here in the Velvet Room, her story matters, her life matters, and someone out there knows the truth about what happened inside that church. If you have any information, even something small, contact Midlothian Police. Missy's daughters still deserve answers, and Missy still deserves justice. Thank you for watching. Until next time, stay safe, stay aware, and take care.